You know how to get the kids talking. I know that much. All
Come
right.
on now, you know I bring the energy.
Yes, sir. 'Cause I am out of it. So I'm just trying to make sure they get good and wholesome instruction. Let's see. I'm gonna grab these links for you. That's the thing when I reboot. I had to reboot this sucker because it's acting up. I'm like, yeah, they back everything up.
So that's what you're doing, backing everything up.
Well, yeah, I got a hard drive. It is, how big is this? It's about, I want to say 8 gigs or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's USB. So it's called external. Plug it up with the power source, and that's 8 gigs I've had over the course of 16 years. That's how old that hard drive is. So it's all my research and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, it's time to put all that over there with that because the system's starting to operate weird.
Yeah.
And you read the email, it said they're going to do data storage. So it's 12:40. I'm going to get off course. 5 minutes more for latecomers. Where's oh, that's right, you were booted. I'm trying to find my stopwatch. By the way, I will be visiting Girls Who Code tonight. Whenever you guys are doing it, there's opportunity. Who's a junior and who's a sophomore in here? Hello, Jalen. Who's a junior? Who's a sophomore? Because that's what this program is geared to. If you're a senior, then sorry. There's other ones though that you can apply for, like the I forgot to tell you, Rush. They opened the application up again. I guess they're taking more students for the was it accelerated software engineer?
Uh-huh.
So he said the application is back open.
That's all we can say. We can sign some more people up.
Yeah, well, they got Lisa started on something, I think. And then if you open it back up, we probably get some more students down that pipeline. I'm tempted to even send it over to my son, like, hey, go do that. So let me see here. And I get the stopwatch going because we got about 4 more minutes for everybody to get here. Okay. Okay, Stuck. He look out. He focused. He got on his do rag. All right, cool. All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, said 4 minutes, right? All right. Now.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's contagious. Stop it. Don't make me tired. I got 1 can of V8 in the back. I'm gonna drink that and see if it wakes me up. I don't want to drink too much coffee. I'll be wired.
Oh yeah.
Most people say coffee has no effect on them, so I don't know. In engineering school, it worked on me.
Yeah, I'm still in the middle of that. I'm still kind of stuck because I don't. Sometimes I feel like it do. Sometimes I feel like it don't. Because how when you're tired, it's supposed to wake you up. But it's been times I've drunk coffee and went right to sleep. So I don't know.
Yeah, it just depends on people's chemistry, right?
Yeah, but then the reason why I say I'm stuck because then like recently and when I go in the building, I drink the coffee or whatever, to stay up so I don't get tired at work. It works. So I don't know. 50-50.
Right. Well, it depends on everybody, right? Right. Okay, got that. Depends on the person. Okay, who else came in the room? All right, we got Mr. Gray, we got Smith, Light2. Oh, Courtney's here.
Y'all did the noise already?
We have not did it yet. We was getting people trying to get here.
No one has the right to hurt another person.
Okay. Go ahead.
Education in the classroom are sacred. We will never behave in a way that will discredit ourselves, our school, our family. And the Shell Academy of Southwest student always acts with integrity. We take pride in we take pride in the Shell Academy of Southwest.
Thank you, sir. All right. Does anyone know the academic norms for
Respect the
strategy?
needs of others.
There you
We
go.
respect the culture of the classroom. We are attentive and participate. We have high expectations of ourselves, our peers, and our teachers. And we are here to focus on preparing ourselves for post-secondary endeavors.
That's great teamwork. I'm loving
Why
that.
why
Awesome.
she so hyped, Tyler? Why she so
Man, she
hyped?
stepped right in, bro.
So
She did
hyped.
awesome. Loving the energy from these Bulldogs. It's like they got a second win. So hold on, because we're at the finish line anyway. I'm trying to see who else came in the room. For those that want to get started, I'm gonna put in the chat, but I gotta go through the objective first because that's one thing I keep getting dinged on.
Can I read it?
Let me get to it. You guys know all that already. So go ahead, Sinkara. Do you see it there?
Welcome to Engineering Intro to Engineering and Robotics Agenda. Today's objective students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Project 2, the Express 3.
Thank you. All right. That's 20 points for Miss Lightu. I need a student to read what's in the white box, starting with classroom term of the day. Who would like to read that?
The classroom term of day is conditional. The word of the day is brazen.
Thank you, sir. Now, those things you're going to need, those are as an exit slip. You're going to need those things so you can actually program and get 25 points in today's assignment. And what is today's assignment? Let me grab it real quick for you. Come over here to EDSB, everybody. The reason I do it this way and I don't put in the PowerPoints because I've given you guys PowerPoints and links and y'all forgot where they were. So I keep it in EDSB so everything is there. I know, other teachers put it on a PowerPoint and you can click on it and it just seems like it's more mess. So go to EDSB and I'm going to grab this so somebody can read along. Is this chat? Yeah, this is period 5. Oh, man, we're on time too. All right. Thank you, clock. We got all that done. Thank you, Bulldogs, for keeping us on schedule. Now, we grab this. I think the whole thing won't come into the chat, but I'm going to try so we can see who can read it. Open this up so we can see. And I still got to do attendance again. See another student that showed up. It's Mr. Miller arrived and Dajay. Yeah, I gotta go back and do attendance. All right, hold on. I'm almost through. I gotta put the rest of what is supposed to say in there. They cut it off. So it's supposed to be speaker, right? And then this part. So let's look down the chat. Who has not had a chance to speak yet? Jalen, can you read what's in the chat? I wanted to call him because he was stretching. I'll see if he's here. You turn your microphone on. Are you with us? Uh-oh. Let's have microphone technical issues. I'm going to come to... you got to figure it out, man. Okay, go ahead, Sikar. She raised her hand.
Hello, good morning. I was still major. Answer the following questions in the attached PDF, the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide book that came with your kit. Review pages 76 through 86 for your answers to complete Project 2. You will be partnering up with other students based upon your group's role selected. Computer, collaboratory, or demonstrate. Speaker we will discuss the assignment further in class. Hope to see you there. And then
Thank you. All right, so that is 40 points for Sankara. Now, the book that I'm talking about and that what she just read is this book. You should grab your book and get it ready for usage, okay? Now, what I wanted to say is that a lot of you guys are getting confused about, like, what do I do if I don't have the book? Or what if I don't have the kit? Well, okay, I got 2 hands up. That's Gray and Sankara. What's wrong? Who's going to go first?
wait,
So
you
that was
want us to read?
I was going to have somebody read something, yes, but can I get to the page? So I'm gonna break it into 2 parts for worth 20 points each because y'all both raised and it was like simultaneous. I forget y'all know what I'm about to do. So go to page 77 and say, I want Mr. Gray. I want you to read from create to where it says blue at the top of the page. You gotta have your book to get these points, right? And then
what again? 71,
77.
77.
So at the top page, read that paragraph, and then right after that paragraph, Sankara, I want you to read the paragraph in the middle, okay? That's page 77, YouTube. So we're waiting on Trey.
I'm gonna create a new project right there.
Yep.
Create a new project and save it as synchronized summon. Click on the stage control section, then the drops tab at the top left. Click the convert to bitmap button below the backdrop. Choose a wider light blue color from a fill palette. Click on the fill icon and click on the checker backdrop to fill it with blue.
All right, you great. All right, and then Sankara, can you pick up on the middle of it? It says right click.
Right click the cat sprite in the list and click delete. Then click the choose a sprite icon to see a list of built-in sprites. Click on the animals category, then click find cat. Then okay. Then this sprite also serves well for swimming projects. Click the
Awesome.
new sprite. Keep going.
You good. That's it. That's it. It's only 20 points. All right. So both of y'all got that. I wanted to point out where that was. All right. Now, for those people that don't want to use the book, all right, I understand. And you need to pay attention here because the excuse I don't have my kit, I can't use my book. It ends here because there's also online version of Scratch, and that's why I did that. So you are still required to share out a file today. And what I would need you to do, because I'm going to check on you, and I'm going to ask you, hey, submit your file right now. You can't say, well, I don't know what to do. Here's how I got that covered. I'm going to put in here this link again that's right there in the chat. If you click on the link, and you'll notice on page, what is it? Is it 67 or 70? Hold on.
It's 76 through 86.
Thank you. Right. Thank you, Sankara. But 76 in the blue box. This is the link that I gave you in the chat. And 5 points for that. Thanks, Sankara. So listen, let's not use no more excuses because the quarter's about to end. February 3rd, which is Wednesday, all grades are done. So if you have not gotten your replacement kit because you broke your kit or whatever, you had a boo-boo, I get it. You can't do that in the real world because you'll be fired, right? So get your kit up and running. Try to pass the quarter because if you don't, some people that are seniors will be pushing their dates back. And if that goes for juniors, sophomores, freshmen, you're still pushing out your time before you can graduate with your class. And I don't think no one wants to be here forever. And you can't because then you're going to need your GED. So really just take your time and follow directions in the book, or you could use this link. So those that don't know how to use a link, give me a moment. I'll show you the link you would use. So when you click on the link in the chat, it looks like this here. All right, I'm gonna put the link here again for you guys in case you missed it. Now this link comes from the book. That's for the people that, well, how do I do it without it? If I don't have it, all the excuses in the world, I got you. Trust me, I got you. You still have to prove you can do a job, which means following directions. So let's go through it slowly without the kit. So if I open up this link in the chat, this is what we'll open up, right? And they tell you need to use Scratch 3, which is on your kit. So if you have your kit, you can get maximum credit because I'm going to give you a video again and show you 5 more minutes of the video where my son talks about how to use Scratch 3 and the Sentat. If you can use your Sentat to display your name and the code you send me after you complete the project, that is an additional 25 points. There's also another 25 points if you can display your exit slip, which is the word of the day, its definition, and class return today, its definition, somewhere in your coding. All right, well, let me go through how you would get this done. So if we clicked on that link, everybody should have this link open. You'll see what the project is supposed to do. It's too much music for me, but that's included in the code. Now you can, if you have VNC set up, you can actually come all the way to the bottom and go to completed project here and use this to recreate it, because when you come to Scratch 3, you can't use this kitten. You have to use your own character. So that means you got to start with the character and reprogram everything. Now, what do I need to code, right? If you click here, swim left, you'll notice it takes you step by step as the book would, but from the website view. Okay, so you got your choice. You can use the book. This page is 76 to 86, I think. You could use the link, which is pretty much the same, but like I said, I'm a nerd. I used to sleep in the library at the engineering school. So I read all my books, and I wasn't like just sleeping there. It was like I would read a book, and then the quiz was coming. I go home, read some more, and then take the test. So I like, smelling fresh books. But if you're not like that, and you just want to be on the computer a lot, you can use this link to try to get the assignment done as well. Now, how do you get it done if you don't know how to get your kit going? All right, and you're only going to, you only get so many points for it, not the double points, because you need your kit to be running, right? We got all those labs you haven't finished, some of you. So if you open up Scratch side by side, that's why I say people have to be on a computer, because you have side by side screens. Can't do this stuff on a small device like a phone or a tablet. It won't allow you to do much. And therefore, you'll take a lot of time to do the assignment. So those that have a kit, open up Scratch 3 like we did yesterday, but this is for people who don't have the kits working yet. So what do I do? Well, first and foremost, like I said, I resized my screens. I got the link running, and I'm going to go to MIT Scratch. Now, this is for the people that just refuse to use the kits. Again, make sure you have a profile. We talked about what the username is and create you a Scratch account. I'm going to grab the Scratch link in case you can't do it using your kit. Put that in the chat. All right, so no excuses. Everybody should be able to get this project done. You just follow directions. For the students that are advanced and they have their kits functional and they're ready to get more than enough points to get at least 2-letter grades up before we close the quarter, open up your kits and make sure they're running like mine's is. All right, so here you can see my kit is running. I'm VNC'd in. We talked about VNC yesterday a little bit. Some of you that made those steps can do exactly what I'm doing now. But honestly, we're at this point where, we're taking off and we're taking flight. So it's up to everybody to catch up. So open up your Scratch 3. I'm going to blow this up some. Come over here, go to the Raspberry. And, mine's already open, but I'm just showing you the steps. Programming and Scratch 3. Okay, this allows you to program with the VNC viewer. So I'm going to come over here, and this is Scratch 3. It takes a while to load, but once you get there, you're fine. So I want to start over so you can see the process, like all the way over from the beginning. And like I said, Raspberry, programming, and then Scratch 3. It takes a little moment. And while that's loading, I'm going to redo attendance because I see some people are here. Let me get the right names. I see Autumn's here. Okay. Leah, Autumn, Miller, Sankara. Okay. What happened to Miss Smith? Oh, she left. Okay. She was here. Okay. I gotta reach out to Archie. She's somebody else that's been slipping. I got Courtney listed. Edward is another one. Joshua Gray was already here. Autumn. Miss Kennard. Wow, she's usually here. Miller. Leah. Dajay. Smith was here. Perry, that's somebody in Valdez. Yeah. All right. And it's right on time because I just finished my attendance and the screen loaded. So it takes about 30 seconds to a minute. And this is what you start off with. When you start off your coding, you want to remove this little kitten and then start following the directions in your assignment. Now, like I say again, this is opened up. And if I'm on page 76 and I just follow the directions page by page, I can recreate what's supposed to happen. All right. So who just came in the classroom? Who's this? Let's see another name. Okay, it's Dajay, Autumn, Leah, Jalen Gray. Okay, slide 2. Okay, no, I think it's the same names. Somebody must have bounced in and bounced out. I don't know. Let me open this up so I can see everything. Yeah, didn't change. So if you're using your book, you started, like I said, 76, and you just do what they say till you're done with the project. If you want to see what's going to happen, you can click on that link and recreate what's going to happen. All right, well, before you get started on that, I'm going to give you some time to work on it. I want to play this small video to show you the Sense Hat version and how you can get at least 25 extra points for adding your name. So if you have everything open like me and you got your instructions, your marching orders, what you do is you come down here to extensions. If you see my screen, my arrow's pointing. So if I click here, it brings me to all of the extensions that Scratch 3 has. So other things you can do with Scratch 3. One of the extensions that will appear if you have your Sense Hat installed and set up correctly is this Raspberry Pi Sense Hat extension button. You'll click on that and it'll open up a whole bunch of commands and blocks to make your Sense Hat do things. So what I could do is I can go to events, because you always need to start it with something, right? We learned that in project 1. And then I'm gonna go down to Sense Hat and I'm gonna say, hey, I want you to say hello on my Sense Hat. Now, what you guys would do is I would put 2 of these, because one would just be your first name and the other one could be your second name. And then if I hit play and I look back, yes, it shows behind me hello twice on my Sense Hat. If you can see my screen, where it's going. Go ahead, Gray. You raise your hand.
Yeah, so like you ain't get my scratch.
No, I didn't, because you had sent it incorrectly.
True.
Yeah, you didn't. I guess you didn't finish your profile, because, like I said, when I open your file up, it says, "Oops, we cannot find this." So that means you didn't finish making your Scratch profile. You got to verify your email address and share the file out. Who is this? Oh Lord! One moment, everybody. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. Now, where was that? I think I answered people's questions. So if you have your Scratch profile all the way up, I think that's what I was answering. It'll look like this, and it won't look halfway completed. If I go to my Scratch profile, it shouldn't have an orange bar that says still need email verification. All right, my profile is what I use to teach you guys Scratch with, and now it's more advanced because we have these applications. Okay, so now I'm going to play 5 minutes of the video where my son is discussing what you're going to do. But now it's time for, before I do that, another opportunity for participation points. So we're going to revisit our objective. All right, there it is. Sinkara, raise your hand. Go ahead.
Students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to Complete Project 2 via Scratch 3.
Thank you. Does anyone else want to read what's in the white box? Classroom term of the day and word of the day.
I will. Class resume when the time expires. Be prepared to share your screen out for in class points.
No, not that, sir. Classroom term of the day and word of the day. You read the other thing. See the white box there? Right in the middle.
Oh yeah, but classroom term of the day is conditional. Word of the day is brazen.
Brazen. Very good. Okay. Okay, so Sinkara got 20 and Jalen, he got 15. All right, so now what was I saying? We're going to go through this real quickly. The video. I got it open already? No, I got to pull it back up. That's so sad. Because I did a reboot. I had all my links open and everything, and then something weird was happening. That's how I knew. It was like, yeah, we're about to migrate. It's been acting up lately a lot. Okay, so that I'll bring my PowerPoint back, but I want to get this going. So let me stop it there. And we already played the first 5 minutes were played yesterday. So I'm going 5 minutes more because he shows you again how to, if you want to see how to set your stuff up and fully update it, you watch, the whole video. He shows you a lot of stuff. But stop this. And then I'm going to play this. All right, and what we're gonna do is this one, and here we go. Okay, looks like we're golden.
All right, hello everyone. Today we'll be doing the VNC viewer and describe software. Now we'll get to how to get help.
Only gonna play 5 minutes.
Major updates using the terminal. So we'll click on that troubleshooting guide. My add-on is not working. Have I connected it correctly? That's what we should go straight down to. Then the sense hat. Then what we'll try next is the camera to make sure everything's functioning correctly. Now we go straight to here. Getting started with the sense hat. This will be pretty easy. Yeah, that's a problem with doing that, but we'll be fine. So what you will need, we need to install the software package. This is where we start using the terminal, as you can see. All we have to go is here, Control C, installing everything. Make sure everything's done. Control Shift B, try that out. It doesn't fully upload. It's all good and done. It says reading package list, you're good. Control C, Control Shift B. If it says you need to install something else, press Y. That goes for any of these, just press Y and then enter. Then sudo apt install. Enter. Remember, just press Y if it says something. Y, enter. And then everything's uploaded. You can look into the book if you want more. Just look into the book and go to pages. Go to the index first. Go to pages 152 to 160, I think it is, for the Python. Yeah, I'll go here. This will introduce the sense hat and everything. But it all starts on 157 if you want to get straight to it. It'll tell you about everything I've just done. Then all we have to do is go here, as you can see. 159, 157, 158. And then it goes from 152, not 157, 160. So only 3 pages. That's it. You can read 3 pages. Everybody can read 3 pages. Don't go on a 161 unless you want to go to Python. Python will teach you the basics of everything. Otherwise, you will be fine. That will be it. VNC viewer is done. Now let's move on to the camera. Preferences.
Okay, so hey, that's just 5 minutes more of what he's talking about, but those steps are very important in case you haven't done them. Make sure you check the video out. I put it in the chat and go through what he's gone through, so you got some more success with your kids. Make sure they're fully updated. That's the sense hat. Upstate, and he updated it a different way than me. I typed the commands in because I'm an old school engineer. He found some graphical ways of doing it. Oh, this is her little brother again. Okay, Aaliyah. She must have stepped away. He just made it. Now I know she's not in the camera. Anyway, what was I saying? We're using the book again, everybody, to complete project 2 in the book, and it's also given in the website. So let me bring this up here and share screen. There we go. It should be sharing again real soon. There we go. Okay, so where are we at far as time? Because I only need time to work on it. It's 3:08. Okay. Yeah, you got a lot of time. So I give you 15 minutes to work on it. All you have to do is recreate the code. Now, again, there's no excuses. If you don't have your kit running, you can still use Scratch. Let me check and see how far you've gotten. When you get to the point where you're finished, either on the online version of Scratch or the Scratch 3 version, which is this, that's on your kit, your Raspberry Pi. Where's Scratch at? It's right here. You like I said, you can save it. Click on File, Save to your computer, and that's the file you're going to turn in once you get every step completed. Now remember that website can show you what you're supposed to see in the end, or you could just use your book and go page by page until you've done everything correctly. It's up to you. Now, that website is in the chat, right? So I'll show you again what it's supposed to do if I can quickly. Chat, there we go. And that's this link here at 12:52. So is it going to open for me? There it goes. It was already open here too, by the way. So it works. Just let me make sure I get the right link. Looks like it is, yeah. All right, so yeah, try to go through it. If you want to just jump into the program part, you can go to swim left and right, and then you got to go through all of these sections to make sure you programmed everything to make the project work. And as I was saying before, the project works if it does this. Go to introduction, and it will show you what you're supposed to see, right? That means when I get your coding, I'm supposed to be able to move your new character. You got to make that character into something else. All right, go through your list. They say it, and I think Sinkyra and Gray read it earlier. You'll see on page 77, you have a whole selection of different sprites you could choose to use. You got to choose your own and recode everything. So if I hit the green flag, it makes sound and everything, but I kind of got it turned down. But I can move it using my arrow keys. All I'm doing, up and down, left and right. And I'm just like, it's forward arrow keys. So when you do this, and bring it back in by pressing up, bring it down all the way to it condenses. And that's what your program is going to do, but you're going to be using your own coding. And like I said, you can use the book that you came with your kit, or you can use the link that's given in the chat. And this link is this one here. Okay. So take your time, go through it slowly, every step, and you start coding right here where it says swim left and right, and you got to keep going through. All right. So give you about like 10 minutes. No, like I said 15. I give you 15. And try to have something completed far as Scratch. Okay, where's my clock at? Hey, little guy, where's your sister at? What happened to her? You sitting in for her? He's just gonna smile. They look related. I can see. Let's see here. It might be her nephew or something. I don't know. Aaliyah, what happened to you? Little dude's taking over your laptop or something. Are you with us? Looks like you went to the bathroom or something. Okay, I think everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing. All right, you're gonna have to turn in something today. That's why it's double credit. You turn in something, so I'm looking for about at least 70% of the coding done. And when you send me the first file, that'll serve as the first portion of your double credit. And then you send me the next file when it's completed, that'll be your double credit. But you need to turn in something within this time frame. So please work on it, whether it's on your kit, which is preferred, or online via the Scratch site.
Mr. Tyler.
Yes, ma'am.
What you asked here to do on Scratch again?
You said what? What do you got to do on Scratch again? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you asked here to do something on Scratch.
All right. About maybe 12 minutes ago, I was saying, did you do the link right?
Yeah.
So did you start on it?
Oh, hold on.
So that link right there. All right. Let's hear. Oh, Courtney left. What happened to him? Okay. All right. Let's take some notes. Oh, people leaving early. Oh, no. All right. Let's take stock. Okay, so we were working on project 2. I want to talk about how do you turn this work in, right? So if you come here, and there's another opportunity to read out the objective again, but when we come to it, I'll let you know. But I wanted to make sure you knew. Once you're done with all the steps in the program, when I'm talking about the program, that's what Autumn was asking about. It's a link for synchronized swim. And I'll put the link in the chat again, but you gotta go through all these steps on your kit using Scratch 3. If you don't know how to get Scratch 3, you go to the Raspberry, Programming, and Scratch 3. Make sure you have this web link open if you're not using your book to complete all of the steps. So the first part is just loading the right types of sprite. The only change you're doing is you have to use a different sprite and program on your own. So you follow this by snapping the blocks together from what Scratch 3 showed you. Then it shows you how to change the costume. All the same things in between pages 76 and 86. All right, now I want to bring up the objective again because we're like, we got maybe 10 more minutes of class left. So let me see here if I can, where's the objective go? And then Sinkyra again. I got to get there, Sinkyra. She's like, I got it. Okay, 1 second, Sinkyra. Okay, where are we at? Here we are. Make sure that's displaying. Teaching in the digital world, you always got to reboot because the computer could overheat fast. So I'm starting from scratch again. Kind of throws off my rhythm. So this is the slide for our class. And what is the objective, Sinkyra? Can you see it?
Students will be able to utilize Chapter 4 of the Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide to complete Project 2 via Scratch 3.
Thank you. And would anybody like to read the word of the day and term of the day in the white box?
Conditional, and the word of the day is crazy.
Okay. She didn't waste no time. So that's 20 plus, that's 35 points. All right. So everybody knows what to turn in. I got to let you know the quarter's come to a close. Friday, you'll start to see some grades populate. And basically, if there's a 0 there for a lab assignment, it doesn't mean it's times 2 you lose credit. It just means you had a 0 plus you didn't get the times 2 credit. All labs from, 3 weeks of labs we've done. It's basically 3 weeks of double credit since we got off winter break with these kids. So you got to complete what? And I got it in EDSB, what you should have done by February 3rd, which is next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday coming up, but the Wednesday after next. And then we're done as far as can I make up anything? You're going to be like February 4th and be like, yeah, no, my grades are done. Like you're here because there's like maybe an extra 5 points that might push you to a B, to an A, or C to a B. But all the labs, they have to be done by February 3rd. And what I mean by is you got to have a functional kit. So if you haven't already, make an appointment, go to school and get your kit replaced. If you broke your kit, you can keep getting kits replaced too, by the way, because we're going to use these in quarter 3 when we start out. So take care of your equipment. It's going to come to a point where I'm going to ask parents, hey, can you purchase this? Your child broke it again. Can't keep doing that. So look, here in EDSB, you're going to put your assignment in collaborative group work prep. Because tomorrow we're doing collaborative group work. We need engineers, we need collaborators, or people that can keep good notes, and we also need a speaker or a demonstrator of the group. We're going to put you in groups. This group activity is getting you out of your final exam and your quiz on Friday. If you don't participate 9 times out of 10, we're still going to do the group activity tomorrow, but on Friday, those that are doing group activity demonstrations will not have to do the test, but those that didn't participate will have to do the test. So we will see how it goes tomorrow. Definitely get this assignment turned in by 8 p.m. tonight. If you turn it in here, make sure you collect the .sb3 file that I told you about. So if I come back here to Scratch, you'll see that this is, where's Scratch at? It's up here. You'll see if you save this and you go save to your computer on your kit, it'll show you what type of file this is. Always a .sb3 file. Leave that alone and just change this here as the name of it. Okay, so you can just say Scratch project as an example 2, right? And then put your name. So mine is Tyler. And I can just hit save and it'll be something I can work on throughout the day. Get in the habit of saving your files too, by the way, on the computer. So you always open it up. If you're using Scratch online, I keep telling students this, you have to verify your account and make sure it's able to be shared. If you don't share it because you don't want to use the kit and you did it online and you send me a link, I won't be able to see it. All right, because you didn't share it to the global community, and that's completing your account. So take some time and do that. Also, watch the rest of the video because my son goes through a lot of different things you can do to make your kit run faster. 333. That's a spiritual number. Too many threes. So in 2 minutes, you'll be dismissed and enjoy the rest of your day. But try to get all this stuff done, and I'll be here for questions if you need. Also, Girls Who Code is tonight. So try to go over there. I have a opportunity for juniors and sophomores on how to apply for a Code Nation event. I'm not going to be there long and take over Girls Who Code. I just want to see what you guys are doing, but that's an opportunity. And to let you guys know that want to apply, the Accelerated Software Program has been reopened up for another round of applications. If you think you're interested to do what Lisa Brown is doing, that's ladies or gentlemen. I think that's the 4-year program where you get paid to go to the city colleges and learn computer software. And it turns into a job if you stick with them over the summer. See me at Girls Who Code. I'll try to talk about that again. I'm trying to get the emails ready for it too. All right. All right, it's 3:35. Everyone's pretty much dismissed. Your attendance has been saved. Please turn this assignment in by 8 p.m., the actual file, and it has to work. Don't forget to add your name somewhere in your codes. I got some people hanging out with me, okay? Well, I'll be in this room until about 3:39, everybody. Otherwise, you're dismissed. Try to get your work done. Mm. Mr. Miller, you there?
Yeah.
You're free to go, sir. You can just finish up project 2.
All right.
See you tomorrow. All right. Going to go and get ready for processing videos, rush, and stopping in Girls Who Code.